Today I'm going to show you, this is a Dell Dimension 4400. I took pretty much everything out so I can show you what's in the motherboard and what's the motherboard parts and stuff. These are the IDE cables which go to your CD-ROM and your hard drive. They used to be the 40 pin, now they're, with the newer computers 2004 and up, they use 80 pins now. This one right here, if you notice, it's at the bottom and it's primary IDE. Right here you'll see primary IDE, that means it's for your hard drive. You'll see a blue end that'll go connect it right here, and when you put the hard drive in, slide it in there, hook it up right there. And then this one right here is for 3.1 inch floppy disk, and this one right here is for the DVD burner that I have put into this 4400. And if you notice on the back there's a jumper setting. You always want your main CD-ROM or DVD-ROM set on master, and if you have a secondary, it's either going to be cable select or slave. That way you can run one disk and then burn off of the rewritable. Now these right here, we have the memory slots. This computer right here will hold up to 2 gigs of RAM. It was made back in 2005. These are your PCI slots. That's made for, like, if you want to put a bigger video card or audio card in there, you can use it for that. This right here is your AGP slot. Sorry about that. And which I have right here, I installed a 64 megabyte just for this one, and that goes in right here just like that. You'll hear it click in. Make sure everything's out of the way so you don't break nothing. Alright, and then at the bottom we have for your Ethernet. Right here I have the card installed in that last PCI slot, because on the Dell 4400s they didn't come with the Ethernet integrated on the board, just like they didn't with the VGA card. Now if you notice, I took the fan off of the heatsink where under here is a 2.8 gigahertz processor, which is pretty good for 5 or 6 years. Now they have quads and quad cores, and 10 times better blow this out of the water. But we have right here, we have some voltage regulators which control from the power supply, which I have right here. I took the power supply, and what you would do, you would install it right here. This is your main power supply going into the motherboard. Without this, nothing runs on there. This right here is your this is your 12-volt connector right here. Sorry about that. My documentation fell on it. This is your 12-volt connector, which also supplies power to the processor. Let's see what else I can tell you about it. You have your lithium battery here, which the lithium batteries are usually pretty good for about 10 years. Once you take these out, you let it, like if you ever wanted to reset your BIOS or your CMOS, you take it out, unplug the power, take it out for about 15 to 20 minutes, and put it back in. And like if you're having problems loading an operating system or something, that pretty much helps you out a lot. Another thing is we have the printer set up in the back. This is for your printer docking. Then we have the PS2 slots for the mouse and the keyboard, which I use USB keyboard. So right over here, this is for your power button, which plugs in down here onto the audio card, which is like an extra spot for power in case there's not one on the motherboard. And this also has a built-in speaker in the bottom, so if you don't have speakers on the outside, you can always listen to it through the computer. And let's see, what else is there to tell you about this? My next segment, I'll show you how to put everything together and show you how to get it up and running. You have your north bus and your south bus. I'll tell you a little bit about this computer. It's for its age, it was really good. It's probably one of the best ones back in 2005. The DC power P1 connector has 20 slots in it, and if you go on the Dell.com, they'll give you all the specs that you need. Like if you need to replace a power supply, you can always go, like if you have a 250 watt, you can go up to 350 watt, 450 watt, but you can never go below it because it won't produce enough power for the motherboard. Now another thing with these IDEs, they're becoming obsolete. Some computers have them. They run the CD-ROMs off of them, but like if you ever have the ATA slots, the ones with the little red wires and sometimes they're blue wires, and that slot ever goes bad, what you can do, you can put your hard drive up here, run it as a master, and then you run your DVD burner as a slave, and it works the same.